Generally, what the code makers do is they look at lots of possibilities, and when they have a hit, they wave their hand and say, look at me, I got a hit. And there are so many possibilities here that you can find things anywhere.
Dr. Barry Simon, a devout Orthodox Jew and professor of mathematics and theoretical physics at Caltech University, says what enthusiasts have done is run trials on endless combinations of words. Most hits fall within the bounds of probability. Some don't. That's why it's called probability. But when a word combination appears outside of the realm of chance, believers deem it a message from God. Predictions of Hitler and the Nazis in the Bible? Dr. Simon says the odds are you can also decode them in any phone book. And the 25 trees hidden in Genesis? Dr. Simon says with enough code combinations, they will turn up in surprising places as well.
We took the same 25 trees, and we looked at the exact same block of code in terms of length in War and Peace, and we discovered you found all 25 trees in that same block of code.
That's just because letters have a frequency, and there's a probabilistic chance that they will assemble to some word. That can be just the operation of randomness. Where it starts to get curious is when relevant words cluster, and they cluster around the portion of text that's relevant to that.
Bible code proponents say the phenomenon of finding coded words in a related uncoded passage does not occur outside of the Bible. Michael Drosnin, author of the bestseller The Bible Code, put this challenge up on the web.
When my critics find a message about the assassination of a prime minister encrypted in Moby Dick, I'll believe them.
Bible code critics did just that. They found references to the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, Indira Gandhi, Martin Luther King, and John F. Kennedy, to name just a few.
One of my favorites is one that involves Leon Trotsky.
This passage from Moby Dick, written in 1851, appears to predict the assassination of Russian revolutionary Leon Trotsky, who was killed with an ice axe 89 years later.
I've had people after talks say to me, maybe Melville was divinely inspired to put these codes in.
Trotsky's name can be spotted backwards within a passage that refers to a hammer and contains the phrase, the steel head of the lance.
So anyone who says, you find codes in context in the Torah and the critics never find in other books, just has to see Trotsky's name crossing with the text, the steel head of the lance.
As hard as it is for even some mathematicians to believe, the laws of probability may well be the real authors of the coded words. But believers maintain that the codes have a meaning, and that meaning has value. For them, rational explanations are unnecessary.
The first opinion is that shrugs it off and says this is all just a big accident. The second opinion is that it's the presence of deliberate design. And you see, if God has the technology to create us in the first place, which he obviously does he have the technology to get a message to us? The answer is of course.
It's a tenet of the Jewish faith that the Torah was given to us by God, so I don't in any way dispute that fact. But that doesn't mean that this particular, if you'll pardon the technical term, cockamamie way of sort of hiding something is the fingerprint of God in the book. If the science had been good, I would have accepted it, but the science is bad, so there's nothing to discuss.